to you.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is the web banner. Let me see here. All right. So just keep in mind that the web banners are 43 by 20 in the width and then 21 by 60 in the height. And it's the pixels, not the inches. So I'm gonna send this link. Did I copy the link? I think I did. I'm gonna put that in the chat, and that is the template, so you can actually have access to that. And those are the when I refer to, what is this meeting being recorded? Okay, so when I refer to the website, let me go back to that page. That is what the size of this particular banner is. So once you've designed it, that's going to be the size of it. So, but you can design it to be whatever you want it to be in Canva, download it as a PNG file, and then you can upload it onto, and I'll walk you through how to upload it. But the other thing I will say is this, is you can always, if you make it multiple banners for your site, all you have to do is click on duplicate, or you just, if it's not going to be a different size, which it's not, just click on another one and it'll create that same dimension. So if you want to create another banner to go somewhere else onto that Shopify store, you can do that. I'm going to delete this page because I don't need to do anything else. But that template, you can just literally take everything I put on here and just delete it. And then you can create your own design on here. You change the background or whatever, but you can go ahead and create your own banner design onto this here. And that once it's the design is set up, this is how it's going to look on your website. And in order to upload it, you're going to go to over here where it says templates, and then it'll give you an image. What I did was I clicked on to add it on. Let me get on here. You want to add a section, and then you want the option for an image banner. I'm going to click on that. I'll obviously take it back out, but I want you to be able to see it. Now, because this image banner, I just want it just to be the image. I don't want anything else on it. I'm going to click on this right here and just say remove this section because, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to remove these blocks on here because I don't want all this information on here. I simply want it just to reflect the image itself. That's all I want right there. And so so with this, I literally click on the image banner as my option. I remove all the elements. When it says remove blocks, this says section now because I removed everything else. But before it said remove block, and that's just so I can clearly just have this as just an image. So once I'm on this image banner, in order to upload the image, I click on here over to the right and click on select first image. And it's only going to be one image, but I'm going to select first image. Because I've already uploaded it, it's already here. But in order to upload an image, you want to go to add files, or you can go to wherever that image is located and drag and drop it onto this screen. Are there any questions? Please ask me questions because I want to make sure you guys are able to do this.
Okay, Yolanda, go back. Okay, so once I have the image, how do I drop it in?
You can just say, I'm going to grab an image right here. I have a folder open. So you can do it one of two ways. You can just click on an image and drag and drop it here, or you can click on add files and add a file on here. So I'll go to my downloads and see if I can find me one that I want to. Okay, so I'll click on here and click on the image that I want, and then click open. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to upload that file. And all of your images that you're uploading for your site will always be stored inside here. And once it's done processing, it'll on this bottom here, it's going to say done. And then you're going to, I don't want this. I want just this image here. And then when you click done, it's going to show up right here. Now, with this image, is everybody follow me okay? Talk to me. All right, so for banner height, I wanted to actually adapt to the image itself. You always gonna, where it says banner height, you want it to adapt because you want to fill in that full image. You don't want pieces of it, because I'll show you here. It'll do small, it'll make it smaller. Or if it's medium, it'll do that. It'll have all this extra stuff. But you want it large, it'll make it too large. So you really want it to actually adapt to the image size so it fits the way it needs to inside that website. Everybody follow me okay?
I think so.
Okay, so I'll redo it just because I want to make sure everybody has it. So I'm going to delete this particular section here. So, so I'm right here at the beginning. I'm pretending like I'm going to do another banner. Always look for these little plus signs at the top or bottom of each option that's on here. It'll say add section header, add section to template, but I want to click here and I want to just simply click on add a section. And this is going to be an image banner. Again, I'm going to click on here because this information I want to remove. If you notice right here, because I'm inside here, it says remove block. When I'm outside of that, it's going to say remove section, which is going to remove this whole thing. So I want to go back inside here because I just simply want to remove this information here. I'm going to remove this block here. I'm going to click on this, remove this block. I'm going to click on this because I want to remove this as well. So the only thing I see is this image. So in order to include this image, I'm going to go over here to the right, select image, and then click done. So it puts the image right inside here. And where it says banner height, because I want it to literally fit perfectly inside my website, I'm going to select adapt to first image. So it fits it perfectly inside the website. And let's see, image behavior. So here's two things you can do. You don't really have to do this with this, but this is something to keep in mind when you're designing. You can set it up so that there's no image behavior. You can have it fixed where it's a background position. So that when you scroll up and down, it stays put, if that's something that you want to do. Or you can fix it so that it zooms in or whatever when it scrolls, which to me, it doesn't do much of anything. Usually the one of two things is what I do. I'll do fixed background, or I'll leave it as it is. In this case, none. Because if I want to use this image, I want it to actually display exactly like this one does above. So again, I'm going to remove this section because it's already something that I have on my website. And so that would be your image banner to like as your header for your website. So whatever design you create with the template that I just sent in the chat, you would put that image, download it, as I said, as a PNG file, and then upload it as a image banner onto your website. What I'm going to do here, first of all, is backtrack a little bit, just because I want you guys to understand what to do with this here. So again, this top portion is the announcement. I want to go to your theme settings. What I would like for you to do, everybody's already established what your brand colors are going to be. You want to you can set up as many of these as you would like to, but I would at least set up 1 to 3 of these, just because as you're designing, you want to make sure that you have them already in place. For my color scheme number 1, I have my background as black and I have my text as white, which would basically, when I'm doing anything, it would look something like this. So my background would typically be black if there was no image behind here, or and the text would obviously be white. That's for my first theme. For my second theme, I think I did the same. Yeah, I can change it if I like, but it's just that. And then for my third one, I did my background was black and my text is red because it still goes along with my color scheme. So it just kind of gives you several options when you're going through the process of designing your site, so you can change up your fonts or whatever as you go along. And I'll show you what I just did with that in a moment, so you can see how that worked. But you want to go into your theme settings, change your colors, make sure you have at least 1 to 3 of them set up so that you can use it throughout your website. And again, I'll show you how that works. Your logo, if you want to include your logo, you can do so right here. You would select the image. I'm not going to use mine, but I want to show you how to do it. Which one? Logo PNG. Okay, so I'm selecting this one. And I'm going to change the color scheme because for whatever reason, I took my white out of there. So here we go. I'm going to change the theme to theme, and this is kind of show you what it looks like. So if I change it to theme 6, it'll at least make sure that that's displayed. I would have to go in, and that's the only reason why I haven't used it, because I have to change it so the white filling is correct. But I set up theme 6 so that it can at least display it the way I need it to. I wanted to make sure this is set up as show separate line, separator line. And then also for when it's the mobile, I wanted to do the same thing. Where's the mobile padding? Always make sure your padding is at 0 because you don't want too much space between, and I'll show the bottom margins. So when you have the padding, it gives too much space in between. So always, as much as you can, make sure you minimize the padding or make it 0 so it's not that much space in between your headers, or as far as like your home page. For me, I am not going to use a logo again because I just don't like as much space, but you can certainly do that. You can make it top left, so it all is over to the left. You can do the center, top center, middle with your logo to the left, or you can do the middle center. So your logo's in the center, your shopping information and all this is over here to the left as well. So when you're in your header, you have that as your option under desktop logo positioning. So you can put it exactly where you want it on your header at the top. Like I said, personally, I do not want to have it on there right now, so I am going to remove it. From here. So I just have just information at the top. That's just my preference. Is anybody unsure as to how to set up the header? I can go back through that process. I need y'all to ask me some questions because I want to make sure y'all know what to do.
Yeah, I
I
have
think
the
I
header
pretty
set
much
up.
have the header. I have the header set up, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so the headers are good. Okay. So settings. Okay, so the logo is good, the colors, typography you can set up, but it's something you can do later. Buttons, you can set up your buttons so that when you have these set up, you can set up the thickness of it, the opacity, so that it, if you want it, like you can change how clear it is, things like that. It's not too much difference, but let me see, collection cards, we'll go through that. We're through another training, but so theme settings, I'm gonna go back to the homepage. All right, so for this section here, I did a about page just to give a general idea of what it is that I offer. So in order to do that, I made that an image banner as well. So when it says add a section, I did image banner. And the only thing that I removed was the button underneath that. At the top here is where I will put in my about us. Let me get my keyboard. And then in the text, you can put the information about your company or your business. I literally went to ChatGPT and said, hey, this is my business brand. Could you put a brief description of the products and services that I offer? And this is what it produced for me. And I'm just going to copy this and literally paste it right here. And I want to change the opacity of this. So the image, I, in this case, just picked one of the, where it says explore free image, because I really didn't, I don't want to create another image just for that. But I clicked on like work from home, and I put that as the image here, and I click select. And what I did, just to kind of minimize it, I put like I changed the opacity of it just so the visual of it wasn't, hold on. Well, you can leave it as this if you like. You'd have to do this without putting an image, or you can make it so that it's like not as visible. Like it's just like kind of, this one I did the opacity, what was it, 60? And then this one, same thing. Let me just remove the remove section. Yeah, so I had to remove this section. Oh man, no, I didn't just do that. I'm sorry. I need to heading. I want to remove this thing here. That's what I want to do. Hold on one second. I really don't want a color scheme for this. So what I'm going to do is see if it gives me the option to change. Nope, I want to keep the opacity at 60. But I want to change I want to really change that black behind here, because I don't want that there. Heading and text. Got the heading. Got the text. I don't want this square. So I gotta figure out how to get that off. Give me a second. Image behavior, fixed background. This is going to be a case of a fixed background. So do you see where when I do the fixed background, it leaves it where you can scroll up and down? So that'll be the fixed background image. So heading, text, I got heading, image generator. Let's see here. I literally got to get this. Off here. I'll figure it out. But that is the about that, and I'm trying to remember what I did to do this, but yeah. Heading medium large. I literally want to get this off of here. So let's do this. I'm gonna remove this because I want to figure out how to get this off of here. Okay. So I'm gonna add a block heading. There we go. And then but I don't want this square. Image generator. Image behavior. Show container. So I'll figure that out. But that's the only thing that's bothering me. I just don't want this back here in here, that black square. So I'll come back and figure that out. But that's how you do the about us page. Get this, delete this here. So the about us page consists of the header as well as the text. And all it does is it gives you the option to add on, like, so just if you hover over one of those, it should give you the option to add on an initial, or add on here. You can do add additional blocks on here. So image banner, and then you can add on a button if you like. You can add on whatever in here, but typically it's just about us. And then the contact us, you can add on a link if you'd like to go to one of the pages, or you can create a link directly so it can go to a specific link on a URL. Let me see here. So that's that one. And then you can add on another section. So here, before we go to the other sections, I'm going to walk you through how to create the products inside the website before we do that, because we want to be able to start adding products. So right now, just the basic, the header and about us. The next thing we want to do is to be able to create the templates so that we can add on the products. So for example, I'm in the, going to this side here. So just say right now I'm in the stock images. You want to be able to create these products inside of your store. And in order to do that, you want to create a template layout so that it allows you to start to upload the information inside the website and then also include the details. I did during the training provide you guys with the SEO product description. I'm going to send you this. Do you all still have that, or you need it?
I still have mine.
Can you send it again, please?
Sure. All right. And so this is the Chat GPT that allows you to create the description for your products, as well as to give you the specific details you want to add in as far as like the description, the title, all of that information. So I'm going to use, let me see here. I'm going to use one of the images that I just created. Download, I'll just use this one. So this one is my digital clip art. So based on that information that's on here, it'll generate like a description for the product that I want to sell. And you can take and add any information, or, you know, you can add or remove it. But it gives you a general idea of what you can use as far as your description for the product. So it'll just say digital clip art bundles. You don't have to put for kids or anything like that, but you can just put digital clip art bundles. And then just based on this information, you can take information from here and then add it onto your products. So let's start from scratch. So I am going to, did I do anything? I'm not gonna save anything because I don't want to change anything at all. Leave page. All right, so let's go to the products. Has anybody created any products, or do we need to, has everybody needing to learn how to create products, or has anybody created any at all?
I'm not going to talk too much because I already had my stuff set up. I'm just trying to retweak it. So I already put products on there, but it took me forever to learn how to put them on.
Okay, so we're going to add, okay, cool. So let me go grab a template. So your product size is going to be the same exact size as your collections. So what I've done is two things. One, I set up the collections so that in the Shopify store, I can create collections in the site so that when you open up the site, it actually has certain collections. So if you have digital templates, if you have clip arts, if you have templates or whatever, it'll literally take you to the that collection. So let's start with the collections first, because then you can drag and drop the products in these different collections. So for example, I want to make up I'll make another clip art collection. So, and I'll just put clip art collection 2. I'll just make that up. And so here, because I'm adding on a collection, I'm just going to add in like a brief description based on the CEO, whatever that it provided. I'll just tell it, can you provide a general description for all of my clip arts. I need to create a collection inside Shopify. And let's see what it does. Action description, unleash your creative with adorable digital clips, step into the world, All right. All right, so I'm gonna copy this here. I'm gonna leave this out because I want it to be very general so that people just get the gist of what's gonna be in that collection. So I'm gonna copy and paste that information here. Collection type manual. And then once I put that description here, what I'm going to do is add that image that I use for digital clip art. I'm just going to duplicate it. And then that's going to be the image you're going to see inside the collection. So when you go to the website, when you see the actual collections here, you'll see this is the image. And then you'll see that they're all standardized in size. So by me uploading that image, that's going to be the size that's going to be displayed. And then I can browse what products I want to include inside that collection. So when that collection comes up, that's what I'm going to see. So I'll see like I'm just going to put just 3 things, just 1, 2, 3 in there. Add. And so when you go to that collection, when I go to clip art collection 2, because I selected the images that I want to or the products that I want to display in there, this is what's going to show up. So, and does anybody have any questions at all? And this is not the products, this is just the collections right now. Any questions? Come on, y'all.
So all of it got to be clip art, right?
It's about 3 hours.
Right. In this case, it's anything because I'm just selecting different things just for the purpose of showing you how to do it. But everything, yes, will definitely be clip art. You can actually either type clip art and it's right here, or when you click the search, you can just search whatever clip art. So let me just see here. I'll say clip, and then all of these will be like clip art. So I'll just click all of these and click add. And so all of these will be clip arts. So this would be based on products that I've already created, which I'll walk you through how to do that. But all the products that are specific to clip arts, that's what's going to show up. And so I just want to be able to show you how that looks when it's inside the store. So I'm going to refresh this page. All right, so when I go to, okay, so clip art collection 2, which is what I just created. Again, mind you, it's the same exact shape of all the other products, but when you click on it, every product that I clicked on that's associated with clip art, it shows up right here. And this is the description, the image that was uploaded, and all the image products that I uploaded onto that collection. So when somebody goes to your home screen and goes to like your different categories, when they click on view all, when they go to that one in particular, that's what they're going to see. So I'm actually going to delete this one. More actions, delete this collection. But is everybody clear on how to create the collection?
Yes, I got that part.
Okay, great. All right. So then what I'm going to do now is go to the part where we create the actual product. Anybody, is everybody familiar with that, or is that where we need to start?
That's where we need to start. Where I need to start.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so we want to first of all go click onto the right-hand side where it says add products. And right here, and this is where I'm going to use the information from ChatGPT. I'm going to actually use adorable clip art bundle for kids as my description. It can be whatever you want it to be, but that's what I'm going to use. And that'll be the title of the product. What I typically will do is for product details, I'll copy all of this information from my SEO, description, and I'll paste it inside the description. What I always try to do is go in here and remove these bullet points because it looks really weird and creates some additional spacing for whatever reason inside the description. So I always go in and I remove that. I also remove where it says purchase encouragement. I don't want, you don't necessarily want to have that on there. So the description from the SEO in ChatGPT, you paste that inside here, your key features, and then you also add in your, make sure you remove that product encouragement area. So I'm going to actually use the same image because it's going to be the same measurement, which is the 1,000 by 1,000 for the collection. It just won't have the collection thing on there. Now, what you can do inside the media is you can add that cover image, which will up as the actual product itself. And then you can add on several images outside of that. You can add a video, you can add other images of the actual product that you're going to be displaying, things of that nature. I'll just say I have a few things on here. I'm just going to add a couple things onto this screen. So you can add multiple images in here, just so they can get an idea of whatever it is, the product that you're going to be selling inside here. In most cases, the products that you're going to be selling are not going to be a physical product. So you want to make sure, let me just click here. Edit location, my location, cool. There's one other thing. It should give you the option to indicate that it's a digital product. So I'm going to say for this clip art, it's just a clip art. So I'd say $4.99 or something compared to, you can charge tax if you want to, or you can leave it off. I guess if you charge tax, at least that way you don't have to try to figure it out later. Sample, I want physical. So here it says that it's a physical product. You want to uncheck that and indicate that it's not a physical product, so it knows that it's going to be a digital product that's going to actually be automatically downloaded. I usually, when I say quantity, I'll usually do 9959s because more cases than not, it's not going to, you don't have to worry about that ever running out. So I just put that number just to make sure that it's up to date or it never runs out. And then, so in this case, you want to make sure you select that it's not a physical product, so aware that it's digital, purchase, subscription, blah, blah, blah. You don't need that. It automatically will fill in this information here. So just to kind of recap, you put your title here, your description of the product over here, upload several media images, could be video or images themselves, put down the pricing of the product that you're going to be selling. Always enter the quantity so you make sure you never max out. And then over here, I put in, like, in this case, I think I just do like clip art as a type. If it's not one that you've ever clicked, you type in clip art and then it adds it on. So for future reference, it'll be there. Vendor is, I'm always using Digital Fusion, design, collections. I use digital clip art collections. If it's your first time using it, you just put what you need to put in there, and then moving forward, it gives you the drop down, which gives you that option. This one, clip art, and it's only here already only because I've used it before. Clip art, cool. All right, so this information is filled out, and then on the bottom, at the top, you'll always see where it says active. Once you save this product, this description, it automatically will show up on your website. So let me just go here. Catalog, I'm gonna go here. So on here, let me see here. I don't want to do catalog. I want to do actual products. Feature products, view all products. I want to see if that's availability. Short by, yeah, let me go back here. I want to go to all my products. That's what I want to do. Categories. I don't think I put it in a category. Let me just see here. Did I? Collection, digital. Okay, I put it in a collection. Okay, so when I go back to my website, I got to go to my digital clip arts, images. And that's the one I just created. So it's automatically going to go right inside the collection that you created. So when you put it in here in the system and it actually what collection, that's where it's going to go. And that's the image. And then if you notice, it has like the other images I uploaded as well. And then it'll also provide other images that are similar to that at the bottom. But it gives you the description over here. Whatever information you provided is going to be over here to the left. I'm sorry, to the right, as well as the image that was just selected. Does anybody have any questions as far as like how to create the actual description, the initial description of the product?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right, great. And so this is the other part. So once you create the description of the product, you want to have the option for the digital downloads. I believe you guys, for the most part, were you able to download that app? Anybody?
What app was
What's the
that?
name again?
It's called Digital Downloads. It looks like this, because that's so the digital downloads is how you're going to be able to download the actual file for that product.
No, okay.
So I'm
No,
gonna
I
see if I
didn't never download
Show
that.
us again
So
how to
what you can
download
download it in there?
So you go to your apps, and this is the one. Let me see if it'll let me move this out of the way. Let me see if I can move this really quick. Okay. So you go to your apps.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the one that looks like this. It says digital downloads.
Oh, okay.
But I want you guys to go ahead and find it because I want to make sure that you're able to do that.
I just downloaded it. I don't think it's on there because it'll show at the top that I downloaded it like yours is. Like it says digital. Okay, I have it.
Okay, great. And then I would say to make sure once you download it, you want to pin it over to, let me see, how did I do it? I think I was able to pin it over to I'm trying to figure out how.
Yeah, I think because you already pinned it, because when I just went and hover over the far right of it, it'll have the pin sign. But I think
Okay, so you want to make sure you keep that pinned over because you're going to use that more often than not. All right, so when you have that digital download on there, you can do one of two things. You can search by the product that you just downloaded, or you can find the one that doesn't have a file attached, a digital file attached. So this is the one that I literally just created, the product that I just created. You want to do add digital files. And this is where you're going to drop down the actual file that the client is going to open up when they open up that product. So what I'm going to do here is go over to show you. I'm going to provide you guys with a template. You don't have to use it, but this is what I use when I share a template to the clients or whatever. Here, let me quick. I changed this to like a black screen. I don't know that I like this. Let me see. Shopify. Shopify. Let me look. Product. I'm going to say this is it. Okay, so I'm going to send this one. So you can literally use this every time you create a product until you get familiar with how you want to customize it yourself. But this right here, if I remember showing you, like, you don't have to do the PRO license. If you don't want to license it, you don't have to. You can just delete this page. But this is where I created when they download it, they click on that and they have access to the template. I'm going to download this one so you guys can actually use this as like a template for right now. You can totally change the coloring and do whatever you want to do with it while you're getting familiar with or comfortable with creating the actual digital product that your client base will get. So in this case, I'm going to pretend like they're going to be getting the clip arts. So I'm going to take, and I'm actually going to make this smaller. And I'm going to download here. I am going to download this clip art. Yeah, I'm going to download that because that's the image I want to use for this product. So typically what I'll do, I'll actually take an element and put a frame right there so that anytime I use it, all I got to do is do a drag and drop and it'll put that, I'm going to reposition this to the front and I'm going to drag and drop this here so they actually see what it is they're getting. I can always change the coloring of this and just make it my brand color. I think I'll leave it. Same thing here. And same thing here. I just try to make sure it's standardized across the board. So when they get it, it'll look the same. So this right here will typically mean that when they, where did it go? Not that they need this right here, but this is what I'm going to download. Is this right here. This is the collection actually template. If I'm going to send this to you guys. Template link. Create. So when they open up that product, this is what they're actually going to get. So I'm going to do the right click, do the link, and then I'll copy that there. I'll also do the text as well, just so that link is there one way or the other. So no matter what they click on, it'll be, oops, I don't want to do that. No matter what they click on, it's going to open it up for them, open up the template. So when I just look over everything, you may even want to include instruction. Okay, so come on. All right, create a instruction page description or a customer in order to download a Canva template. Create a step-by-step instruction. Create step-by-step instructions for a customer to, okay. So And then all you're going to do is copy and paste the verbiage just to make sure that, you know, they're clear on what to do when they open it up. Just how to, step by step, how to access your Canva template. And this is just really to make it as simple for them as possible. What you need first, Canva account, blah, blah, blah. Not that they wouldn't know that. Mobile quick, da, 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 print tips, shoes, I don't even think this is all necessary. I'm just gonna put the basics just so they know what to do. Click on the template, edit, then make a copy. And this is basically the main thing. So the rest of this is irrelevant option. And just in case they're using it from their phone. So I'll put both. I'll take off the bullet points. I'll take that off and make it large enough for them to read. Make sure all the instructions are there. All right, and it just kind of gives them a step-by-step process on how to do it. I try to get as much information on there as possible so it's not, you know, complicated. But then what I'm going to do is download this as a PDF so that all they got to do is open it up, click on the link, and go from there. So when I go back to the Shopify store, this right here is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to, I'm going to drag and drop this PDF and then save. That's all I'm going to do. So now when they go to the store, all they got to do is go to the clip art. I believe it's on the second page or whatever. And when they click on this and purchase it or whatever, it's going to automatically send that PDF that it's going to send an email, and they'll get that PDF that they can download, open up that template. So that's actually how you create the product. You first create the product, and then you attach the digital file that the clients are supposed to get as the product onto that particular product as an attachment. Now, did I send this already, or the template? Yep, I did. So use this as you can always reformat it however you want to, but use this as your go-to as you're creating these products so that it's standardized into you. You know, you can start to design it however you want to. You can change the color to say if your products are a different color. You can completely change it however you want. But for starters, just to get comfortable with you know, what the look of it needs to be, just I would say just kind of stick to the standard one until you get comfortable with the process. And then you can maneuver and do whatever you want. You can recolor it, whatever, and send it this way. Like you can literally restyle it however you would like to, but use that as your format to get started with creating the actual digital product. So you take whatever product this is, whether it's this or whatever, put it onto this PDF, or onto this template, or I should name it Shopify product template, digital product file template to make it. Okay, so it's still live. So I'm gonna change this back to what I had it so it don't look crazy. And then, like I said, you can always maneuver and do whatever you want. I'm gonna save it so it's back to what I had. Okay. And so that you use as your go-to. So number one, you create the product. Number two, once you use use that SEO as your kind of guide to get the description Once you design it, upload that PNG up to the SEO chat GPT so it can give you a breakdown or an outline of what that product is. Once you get that description, you put all of that information into the products, into your whatever the product description is. Let me click on there. And then once you put all the information that you need, you go over to your digital downloads, and then you upload the images you want, provide the description, make sure you fill in all the information. Make sure I don't know if you've created your collections, but work on your collections so you can know where to kind of place all the products. Your collection category can be anywhere from digital product or obituaries to clip arts to stock images to ebooks or whatever. Create your actually, I would recommend creating your categories first and then creating your products, because you want to, once you create your categories, then you can start to place your products in the right place. Because once it asks you for your collections, you can just type, it'll start giving you a drop down of what you created, and you can start to place them wherever you need to. Any questions so far?
So that's what I really need to do. Start and create. I have created some, but I haven't created like the product. Say for instance, like obituaries will go in one file, right? And then party favors will go in another one.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay.
So that's really what I've done. So let me just quick go into here. So categories, I have apparel, digital clip art, stock images, ebooks, interactive courses, supplier list, custom GPTs, the Shopify web design. So make a list. You know, if that might be something you want to do, is make a list of the different categories of products that you sell or will be selling, so you can start to create those collections first, and then start creating or if the products are already created, then start creating your products and placing them in those different collections as you're creating them.
That's a good idea. That's what I need to do.
And then that way it kind of helps you to streamline, you know, where everything needs to go. So I would say to get started, work on if you haven't designed yet, work on your designs of your layout of your site. But the main focus, I would say, needs to be with creating your collections and creating your products, because you want to be able to put something inside your website. So work on that, and then I would say then take and start working on the layout. I think I sent the header. Let me just make sure I sent everything. Projects. Shopify store. So I sent the header. This is the collection like layout or templates. You can change it to whatever you want to. Now I'll show you what I did with this. I created the image. I created another, like, let me close this out. I created another 1,000 by 1,000. This I'm gonna delete. I don't really want that. Logo. I'm gonna create another, add new. I'm gonna create another thing so you can actually. The product itself is typically 1,000 by 1,000. So use this image as your product. So, come on. Okay. Shopify. Product. Template. Share. All right, I'm gonna put this in the chat because that's the measurement for the actual product, is that. I'm gonna put this in a folder, move to, okay. Okay. And that's so whenever you design the product. So let me go back. I want to show you exactly what I did. Homepage. So I created another layout for my clip arts. All I did was I just started putting images on here. This is the 1,000 by 1,000. I put in clip art right here, and then I downloaded it as the PNG file. And then I took it and I placed it into the collection. So this is my collection. You can make as many of these duplicated as you want. And so what I did was I took that very image when I designed it and I put it in here and I dragged and dropped it in there. That's all I did. And that was for my collections. So that image, I wanted to customize what the design looked like. So I took that, that 1,000 by 1,000 design. And if you want to put clip art, if you want to put whatever it is that your product is, and just kind of create a design for it. And then once you download and save it, you can put it inside that collection in your collection templates and duplicate as many of these as you want. Because all I did was I left it blank here, put whatever you want to put in there and drag and drop the image. There you go. Same thing for here. Put whatever the product is, drag and drop the image. Same thing here. Whatever, ebook, whatever, drag and drop, and there you go. And that's going to be the collection. But you also want to take this thing and actually create the design. So there's two things I sent, the Shopify product design template, and then you want the collection one. You want both because you want to design it first and you want to download it so you can drag and drop it into your collection. I'll undo this. And then all I did with these outline frames is I just literally took my brand colors and I, let me remove this image here. And I just let it pick whatever. It's like here, same thing. Let me just remove this image. I'm just gonna delete it so you guys can do whatever you need to do with these. So all I did was I just picked my brand colors and let it pick the frame. Or you can put whatever you want to put as a background. But this is what I'm hoping I shared this. If I didn't, I will. Yes, I did. So these are the collection covers when I refer to the collection covers, it's what you see here. And then these are the actual images for the products. Does anyone have any questions?
I have a question, Yolanda. The link you sent just now for Canva, the last one, is showing as blank on my end.
Just the white,
Yes.
Yep, that's correct. It's a 10. So what you do with the blank one is you create the design. So whatever, let me go back and grab it.
Oh, okay. That's just to format the sizing.
Yep. So all I did was I'm gonna delete all of this, and this is what it was before. And I just designed it the way I wanted to look as the product onto. So this is two things. You can use it as the product. I'll give you an example. So you can use this. There's two ways you can do this. This you can use for two different things. You can put that image in here as the product for the actual whatever it is your product is. You don't have, but the other thing you want to do is you want to drag and drop that same image into your collection because that's what you want to display as your collection. So this is two things. It's almost like really twofold. Let me go back in here.
Okay. I got lost there. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So this can actually be the product that you can download onto the product. Mm-hmm. And then you can also take this same image and drag and drop it into this as your collection.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I see.
And that's what it's going to look like.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. So I would say the focus right now would be to work on designing what your products need to look like. Use those templates to put it together. Use this product file template as your go-to when you to upload your digital file. And then once you've established all, and put them in folders. So on your flash drive or your desktop, I would say flash drive if you have it, create a folder just for products, create a folder just for collections, just so you can keep it together, and then create a folder for your product file templates. So it makes it easier to navigate and keep things in an order. So you may want to just like a master file for your Shopify store so that it helps you to keep everything organized and together so it's not hard to navigate. Create your designs first, create the products and create the collections, I'm sorry, and then create the products so you can start to place those products inside the collection. Everybody okay with that?
Yes, I
So
am.
far, yes, yes.
Okay, all righty. So I guess that would be more so the thing to work on, because it sounds like the Shopify store is the main focus. So I would say to definitely focus on that. I'm going to also in the group Telegram, I'm going to resend those links for this the Shopify like design layout. There's several that are like when I say I base my design on that, that's literally what I've done. So I'll send those links. You can design it however you want, but it kind of gives you the like the format of what that needs to look like for your shop. And you don't have to make it exactly, like I said, what is there, but like your header, I'm make sure I send you guys those templates and just design it however it works for your website. On next week, I do not have any treatments. So we're going to be doing a 2-day. So it's going to focus on the memorial like designs. Like I mentioned, we're going to be doing I'm going to take those 2 days. We're going to be doing like the gravesite blankets, more of the templates for the obituaries. I think we're pretty good with we'll go over it, but like the announcements and things like that. But I think the focus really will be on like different things that you can add on as a bonus and make it a bundle versus just selling one item or the other. So that's going to be the focus for next week. We're going to try to do both the trifold as well as the regular 11 by 17 designs as well. And then I would recommend even looking through Etsy has a pretty good amount of like mock-ups to use for like memorial designs. I would recommend you they're not most of them aren't expensive at all. You may run across one that's like $1, anywhere from $1 to $5. But in order to kind of make sure that your bundles or your products look really good as a mock-up, I want to do a training on mock-ups, but until then, just at least having something so you can make sure that when you're presenting, it looks really good. So I would recommend Etsy in that case of having like at least 1 or 2 options for mock-ups for your designs. So I think we're good on that. Was there anything that we have a little bit more time? Is there anything you might want to still cover today or?
Yes, we were talking in the chat earlier before you came on. So can we review art ads and
Absolutely.
like what's good product to like really try to, design on, and I think you have to let them know that you want to buy wholesale. And I think the only thing that they require is that you show them that you have a website. I don't know if that's changed. It's been a long time, but I know you have to re-up that or be active in order for them to keep your account active.
I will check the wholesale because I've never.
So I think if you reach out to them and tell them that you want a wholesale account.
Right, because they have like where you can contact them and then they'll set that up for you, I believe.
Yeah,
but
and
I
then
will definitely check into that for
Okay.
sure. Because I believe when it's done that way, obviously it's well on here it's cheap for us anyway. Because like for us to buy it on our own, just say if I purchase one of my products here, it for myself is definitely way, way, way cheaper than because I'm gonna see what is this coming up as.
So do you have a creation website?
Hmm?
So you create and sell Is that how your account is set up? I'm just confused.
So I can sell on my website, but I don't because it's gonna sell it at like this is. I'm definitely not gonna sell that for no $33. But like to say, for example, the shirt is $4.99. For me, that's how much it is. But if I sold it on this website, it's gonna sell to the next person, and I obviously am not gonna make a profit. You can change it and make it where you can do profit, but I don't have the patience for that on here. So when I add it to my Shopify store, then that's where I put when I connect. So right now I already have it set up. So when I'm on my Shopify store, let me go to my products. I put it as whatever profit I want it to be. Because I'm definitely not selling no t-shirt for no $4.99 because there is no profit in that. Let me see. What do I have it as on my store?
I have a question though, Yolanda. How did you check to see how much your cost was on there?
I pretended like I was gonna buy it.
I just saw the sale tab.
Okay, so my store.
So you actually have a store on here like some of the other people. See,
Absolutely.
I didn't know how to do that. So I did mines through wholesale on the little wholesale tab. So like I know like those bags like that. I think for us they were like, I want to say they're like $17.80, and then they'll give you okay. So it's kind of the same thing. It's just if you would receive it.
Yeah, and the only thing with that is like you do not make any profit off of that, so I never sell it on my website. I mean, because it's the work that goes into modifying it to change it. I just did because I had already for me, I could have, but because I had created so many products already, it would have been just like a daunting task to go through each one of those and change it so that I can increase. Like if you haven't done it yet, you can definitely do that and just sell it from this site.
From that site.
But if you got products already, it's just to go through like I don't know how many products I got on here. It would just take too much work for me to go through each one of those products and change the price. Like you can. So when it say click sale, you can do that and then put it like let me see here, royalty percentage. So you can do that and you know, but you'd have to go through each one of those to do it. And I don't have I can't do it.
Okay. So you have so some of these items are on your actual physical website, but you created a store inside of Arts Ads.
Oh, yep, I created a store inside of Arts Ads, but this is what I did inside of Shopify. So I went to let me find an apparel. First of all, in Arts Ads, I went ahead and merged it. Let's just start there. I merged it over because it gives you the option to do that, to set it up. When it comes to Shopify settings, you can go ahead. It'll have you set it up, link your account to it, and it'll do that. So all the products that you have on there, you can activate it on the other store, and I'll show you that in a minute. So for me, let's say I'll pick this. I think this is the shoe. So same thing with the description. I did all that stuff. And it actually puts all of this over here for you. So that's a good thing about it merging. And so I just put the price that I wanted to put in here, and that's what they purchased. And it's going to be, and so because I started that in the beginning, it made it easier for me because I started it on this site from the beginning versus I had already created all those products on the other one. I would have had to go through each one and do it. So all I did was when it merged over from Arts Ad, and it tells you that it's from Arts Ads, it gives you all the information as far as the actual sizes and all that cool stuff. And then all I did was I added the variants and I put the pricing in based on that. But I also, I did, I made sure I included like the pricing it would cost for shipping to make sure I was covered in that space. Because I still want to make sure that once it's ordered, that the shipping cost is covered and things like that. So I can still make a profit outside of shipping. But you manually will put these prices in. You can put it in the same price for all of them, which is that, or you can just manually put it in based on the size. And to me, it was the same, so I just did them all the same. So just say if you add another variant in there, you can put another shoe size, which I'm not because it's automatically set, and just, you know, add on the price. But you really don't have to do that simply because it does the legwork for you as far as the sizing. And that we can do, I would say, go ahead and merge them, and then we can walk through how to set up the pricing and everything. We can go through the details because I want to make sure that you are able to do that. So if you haven't designed anything, definitely do that. And then we can walk through the process of merging it over. That may be like the next step, just so you can add your apparel onto your Shopify store too. Is we can walk you through like what the process is for once you get it merged over, like what all you need to do to make sure that everything is in place. I think, yeah, we did that. Yep.
Yolanda, if
So-
somebody wanted something custom, like that shirt that I see that has a name on it there that you have there, any one of these cheer varsity, do you create that for them and then set up a link for them in Arts Ad so they can purchase there?
I'll
Like,
set it up for them, and I'll send them a link through Shopify because I don't want them on my Arts Ad site.
you want to send it to, so I got lost in there too. So you send them to your Shopify, you have your pricing there. When they pay, it's paid through Shopify. Do you have to then go to Arts Ad and then purchase it and they send the merchandise to you, or is that sent directly to them? How does that work?
So the way I have it set up, I'll get a notification in Shopify that that purchase was made. What I will do is I will go into Arts Ad and ship it from there. So let me just give you an example. This product right here, I don't believe that I've added it onto Shopify. I'm going to click on this product, and I'm going to sync it right here. Do you see where it says sync through notes
Yes.
or whatever? And I'm going to sync it onto Shopify because that's how you're going to send it over to your store. So now this product will be displayed in my Shopify store. So when I go over here and click on my products, discard. When I go over to Shopify and I want to say this is the one, you see how it's still listed as draft?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so it's not going to go as a live product until I make it live. So I'm going to have to click on it and do all of the ads, all the modifications that I need to do. Like I said, it automatically puts all this detail and stuff here for me. I don't have to do any of that. All of that's already there. Only thing I need to do is like everything here, set up collections. I'll do apparel.
Do you take out that it's coming from Arts Ad on there?
You can't. You can. I really haven't. I really don't bother with it because they don't care once they get. But you can.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
You know, you can keep what you want to keep in here. I don't think this is relevant, so I delete. You know, certain things I don't even keep in here because it doesn't even matter. And let me see here. What am I missing? Did I leave anything out? Due to vinyl, some of this stuff is not necessary, so I can take it out. You just kind of go through and see what's needed and what's not. This, I don't really need that image. I can remove that. All I want them to see is this. Size is a one size. Where is it? Yeah, I think it is. I'm just making a dummy one. What are the prices of some of my t-shirts? $34.99. I'll just do the same thing. So I'll do $34.99 for this. And I'll do tags, apparel, collection, activewear, and accessory. It's already in that. Vendor is added, automatically does that because it moves over. And then once I get that set up, I can change it from draft to active. Once I save it, it's going to be inside my store. So when I go to catalogs, home. And when I move to apparel, it's going to be in here somewhere. Let me see if I can go to the last page if it's there. And I got to figure out where it went. I think it's by description. What was the name of it?
So Art Savings generally has black and white shirts, correct? I never played. They generally
They have a lot of colors. You can
Okay.
pick pink, yellow, whatever. Yeah, but I usually pick the, depending on what the design is, I guess I would say. Because I don't want it to take away from, like this is cute. But like I'll typically, depending on what the coloring is, if I have black in here, I'm definitely not gonna go with that. I'll always go with a lighter color or whatever. But those are the option of colors that it gives you. So again, let me just quick do something here. Let me do a search because I don't got the pages for this. Description. Okay, so P19 t-shirt. T19. Okay. Okay, so let me just make sure I made that active. Did I save it? Yeah, duplicate, preview, active, publishing, manage. Oh, online store button. That's what is going on. Okay, so I'm saving it to all the platforms that I want to sell it on. And there we go. I'm like, where's this thing at? All right, so let me try something here. So let me go to products, see if it's displayed as active. Okay, it's inventory not tracked. Make sure I put the number of t-shirts here. All right, so $34.99 available or not tracked. Variants, one size. I think we're good. Okay, so let me just see what we're doing here. And stuff. Okay, so it's something I'm forgetting to do. Collection I did, arts, ads, tags, apparel, default product, add variants, available. I want to make sure purchase.
So your taxes are included in your price with the shipping and handling?
You can. It's entirely up to you. I personally, physical product. I personally, here we go. So you go to inventory. I put that in there. There's an error that we need an option there for size. I don't really do it because I always go on and you can just to find out what the taxes are. But it's entirely up to you if you want to pay taxes in advance or if you want to go to your government site and do it that way. So whatever the taxes are, if you do that in advance, just know you have to separate that so that you can pay your taxes at the end of the year.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really the only thing for me. I don't even bother because I just whatever say I pay. It is what it is. Clear, search of variance. One. Okay, what did I do? Track the inventory, physical product. Yes, yes, yes. Product weight. What am I missing? Clear one side. Okay, I'm trying to make sure all the details is in here because something missing. You need to add option values for size. I thought I did that.
To the right of the top, where it says option sizes, right there. Go at the top, right above add image.
Oh.
Something.
But okay, I face extra small, which is weird, but okay. That's it though. Or all size. Maybe that's what I'll do. One size fit. Let's see. Okay, so let me go back to this because it's something missing. It's because that's the reason why it's not in here. So let me go into products. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's in the right category. Unrecognized category. Okay. Come on. Collection, active digital apparel collection, activewear. Okay, what's the collection? It's because it's not in the collection. That's the situation. So
How did it know to put small, medium, large, extra large on your when you actually moved it to your website?
because it's set up in the art tag, it literally takes, you see this information?
Uh-huh.
It takes that information and it drags it over. Now, what you can do is when you add other options or variants, you can add it on here based on what's in here. I'm just doing a dummy one right now.
Right.
So you can create the small, medium, large, and extra large.
Okay.
And you can change the price too. So if you add on, add on several more, like I did this one, then you can, if you want to, you can change the price based on the size of it. Let me see, category. It's active wear and accessories, digital fusion apparel collections. Because I just want to make sure I put it in the right code. Active wear and accessories. Okay. So I don't need this one. So team shirts and it's something is the reason why it's not showing up. I know it's active. Active, cool. More action. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay.
Preview and see if it shows you from that preview right there in the middle. So we can see where it's at.
It's there.
Okay.
But where? It's definitely in the store. But like I gotta figure out what collection, what it is I gotta figure out what collection I put it in order to, I was pretty sure I put it here, but maybe not. But it's in here somewhere, but I was trying to filter it so I can go straight to it versus kind of going through all these products. But whatever category you place it in, that's where it's going to show up. Depending on, like, it's in alphabetical order. But I'll just trying to see if I can go straight past whatever and keep it moving. But okay. But that's where all the apparel go. And I got to figure out where I put it. So it is what it is. It's in there somewhere. But that's how you set it up. You transfer it from your Arts Ads store. Let me get out of here. So when you click on the X here and synchronize it, if it's this store or whatever, you drag it, you synchronize it there, and it'll send it automatically over. But then you have to go to your Shopify store and set it up. Now I'm going to definitely delete this product because I'm not selling it on here. It's just a creation. But that's how it works when it comes down to taking and merging these products to Shopify.
Okay, Yolanda, I think part of the my question was answered. So I appreciate that. I think my main question is, so if I have this example set up on my in the shop and someone goes, oh, you know what? I actually like that shirt. I want that, but I want it with my daughter's picture on it.
Okay.
So then, and they want to purchase it. So do you then, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be linked to anything because it's customized until you do the customization, right?
Right. So you will have those requests to, like, just say if they have, you may have a family, I'll just use example family reunion, and they want like a certain shirt. You can go into, your Arts Ads, create it for them, and then just say, when you get done with the design, then it'll show up on here, and then you merge it over to your Shopify store and set it up. So then that's the link. Once you merge it over to Shopify, that's the link that you'll send directly to them. Actually, you don't even have to make it as active because you don't want anyone else to be able to access it. Or the other option you can give them is you can send them the design layout, because the cool thing about this is you can download mock-ups. So you can send them what it'll look like, collect the payment or whatever, and you can just do it from this site here. However you want to do it. Let me just see. Extract it.
I think
it'll
some
give you
people
like
want it just as simple
a
as
mock-up that
possible.
you can send them to get their approval if that's what they
Yeah, because I
rather
think
just go and purchase it. So then
well,
that's where you
they're
can
just
sync it
doing-
onto your store.
Okay.
Yep, just design it first. Yep, you can just say it. And if you've designed a t-shirt, all you gotta do is click on the one you've designed. It's gonna take you back over to the design layout area, and you can design and do whatever you need to do on here. So I just delete this design and maybe put this one in here. Or whatever you want to design. And once you design it, then you send it over to your Shopify store. And then you send them the link in the Shopify store.
Okay, and
So
then once they receive the link, they can disperse it out to anybody who want to purchase it.
Exactly. And they can purchase however many they want to.
I like that idea.
So that takes the legwork out for you. Once you design it, send it over to Shopify. Like I said, click on this, merge it over to your Shopify store. Once you get the link for that, whatever that link may be, just say if this is this one. You send them this link right here and send it on over to them, and they can purchase and do whatever they want to do with it.
Okay.
All right. So, any other questions on the Shopify, the Arts Ads? Again, that same thing applies to Printful as well. I sent the link for that. I've never used Printful, but it's probably pretty much the same layout where you just set up and link the accounts together. I personally only want to have one because this to me is just too complicated to have too many print on demand sites. But if you can manage them, by all means, please do if you want to. But I just kind of stick with Arts Ads because it's already something that I established. But I will say that I believe that the other platforms have just as good quality of products as Arts Ads. So you can definitely play around with that and see what works best for you. But again, I would definitely start with your creating the designs for your products, the layout, creating the actual template file so you can upload the digital once it's ready. and have it available so that you can start to create the products and the collections for your site and also work on the designs. The links for the design layouts, I'll definitely provide those in the chat just so you can decide, what layout best works for you. But the main focus is going to be getting your products in your stores. Anybody else have any questions?
Okay. No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, all right. I think someone else had a question. No questions? No?
I don't have any.
Okay, awesome. Now I think what I will do, because it does show that it gives an option not only for just say for the moderator to record, but also set up so that you guys can record as well. So moving forward, I will set it up so that not only am I able to record, but you guys can record as well, so you can automatically have access to the recording. Because for right now, that group page is just baffling to me. And I cannot for the life of me understand how so many people are getting added onto it. But I do not want to include anything on there that from the boot camp, because they are not supposed to have access to it. I'm not sure even what's going on with that. So while we're going through different, just say the workshop training and things like that in particular, I'll set it up so that you can, just like I'm recording it, you can as well. So you can automatically right away have access to it. And it'll make it easier for you to be able to access the video right away versus waiting for it to go onto YouTube for download. So with that, I would say you guys work on focusing on the designs for your Shopify store, and then kind of at least getting some products under your belt and set up so that you can at least start the basics of getting your stores set up and ready to go. I would say depending on how much time you put in, at least within a week's time, it should at least be able to at least have your basic products available on your site. If you can send me the links to your site as you're working on them, I can take a look at them and critique it and see, maybe what needs to be added on or what can be changed and things like that. Just send it through the Telegram chat group, and we can just kind of help walk through it with each other and see what changes can be made or what I can help you guys with.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes, that sounds great.
All righty. Well, I'm glad I was able to hop on. Again, we have our memorials, templates, and some AI stuff going on next week. But definitely, if there's any questions or anything, and just drop it in the chat in the Telegram, and we'll definitely see what we can work through while we kind of get everybody's sites up and running.
Okay. And Miss Yolanda, since I was recording this, how do I get it? I'm gonna just drop it in Telegram. Will it pop up to show me that it's how do I get the recording to put for everybody?
Actually, if you want to go into right now, you can stop it from recording.
Okay, let me stop it right quick. Let me figure out how to stop it.
If you go to
Okay, I see it.